right, ladies and gentlemen, gentle ladies and gentlemen's, men's that are gentle, welcome to another episode of I just got off work and I'm hungry. So, essentially what this whole streaming thing is, I'm just recording it now. All right. Already, I haven't even started. Already. Haven't even started yet. I've been in here for like what? Not even 2 minutes. And you're already like yelling at me and commanding and trying to get me to do stuff, man. Jeez. It's like having a fucking girlfriend. All right. Aurora, seriously though. Camera's on. Lights, camera, action. You know what I'm saying? Quiet on the set. We got things to do and people to see. Things to see and people to do. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Gentle ladies and gentlemen. Today, I wanted some meatballs. So we're making a meatball sub. That's what's happening. Yeah, I've been craving like Italian pasta salad for some reason. And the one at my grocery store sucks in my opinion. No offense. Don't let that change your opinion, but Aurora, come on. Shh. Hey. Things are happening. Big things are happening, okay? So I'm gonna make an Italian pasta salad and I'm gonna make a meatball sub. Hence this giant loaf of French bread I got at our bakery, which I'm sure every bakery in the world has. I got leftover red peppers and a red onion, which if you watch my other streams, that'll look familiar. I'm gonna make my meatballs out of pork, ground pork and ground chuck. As you can see, this whole thing of pork cost roughly $3. It's about a pound. And this chuck, roughly $3 as well. It's about a pound. I actually ground this today at work, so it's fresh ground today. That's one good thing about my grocery store is we grind our stuff every single day fresh. So you never have to worry about it just kind of sitting and purging out and just getting chock full of the delicious E. coli that can happen with ground meat. And for those that don't know, why there's a higher risk of E. coli in ground meat is because E. coli is the bacteria that lives on the outside, lives on the surface of the meat. So like on a steak, it's a lot safer to eat it rare or mid-rare because you're cooking the E. coli on the outside. It gets seared real hot or grilled or however you're going to cook it, so nothing can survive over 165, right? That's the rule, including E. coli. So once you grind the meat and get it all ground together like that, then you're kind of distributing the E. coli throughout the meat itself, right? So there's E. coli probably in this right now. It's just a matter of we're going to cook it out, right? So when you get a mid-rare burger or a rare burger, you're not guaranteed. Aurora, come on, darling. You're not guaranteed you're going to get E. coli, but there's just a higher risk. You know what I mean? Aurora, come on, darling. Things need to happen, okay? Go lay down. Go do your thing. Go be a cat. You know, not a child. Thank you. All right. So I got about a pound of chuck, pound of pork. We're just going to do we're going to do equal parts roughly, in which they pretty much are equal parts. You know, you're looking at 20ths of a pound off of these two packs. This will obviously be our bread for our sandwich, right? That's for the Italian pasta salad. This is obviously for the Italian pasta salad, just a really good vinaigrette. I like Ken's. Ken's makes good stuff, so shout out, sponsor me, give me money. I got provolone and mozzarella. I like provolone a lot. Whenever I used to go to Subway as a kid, I would always get provolone on my meatball sub, so it's kind of like a nostalgia thing going on. I got some shaved parm. This can be for both the sub and the pasta salad. There's already a little bit of Parmesan in the vinaigrette, but I want to kind of amp it up a little bit. I got Italian style breadcrumbs. Obviously, the reason I got these, I usually wouldn't buy flavored breadcrumbs, but I like the flavor of these Italian style ones for meatballs and meatloaf and kind of stuff like that. Got the fancy dancy tricolor rotini for the pasta salad, and then I got some leftover marinara. I got a new one because I might need more for the meatballs, and I got some leftover Alfredo that I'm actually going to use as kind of like my mayonnaise on the sub. So I'm going to heat up some Alfredo. I'm going to smear it on the sandwich. Then we're going to put our meatballs and more cheese, and then it's going to be delicious. All right. I got some carrots and a fresh cucumber here for the salad as well, just kind of add a little bit more veg to it. And then I also got some whipping cream that I'm actually going to add to my meatballs. You see a lot of times people add like milk or water to their meatballs with like fresh bread, and since we're not doing that, then we're going to add a little bit of heavy cream because that's all I have, so why not? These cats are ridiculous right now. You have been fed. You get fed immediately when I walk in the door from work, so cool your ass. All right, so we're heating up water here. I got water on. I'm gonna add some salt to it like always. The Italians would say they want it to taste like the sea. So salt water, you know how salty the sea is, so you can imagine. If you ever go to an Italian restaurant, why their pasta tastes so good is because they cook it in seasoned water. So, fact for the day, right there. All right, so I'm gonna grab a couple things here. I'm gonna use this for my pasta salad. I'm just gonna throw everything right in here. It's just a little cloudy from the dishwasher. It's not dirty, I promise. And then I'm gonna use this for my meatballs, and this will be used to drain the pasta. If I don't trip over these cats and break my hip before this day is over with, it'll be a good day. All right. So for meatballs, we're gonna need about probably 2 eggs. I usually do about 1 egg, 1 to 2 eggs per pound. It just is like a little bit of a binder. If you don't want to use eggs, you could use something like milk powder also, or don't use eggs at all. You can just use breadcrumb, but eggs kind of give it a little bit more, kind of like a custardy kind of flavor to it, and the egg whites in there will also kind of help them be a little bit fluffier. So they just taste better with egg, trust me. All right, so we're gonna do add our chuck. I always like to open the packs this way. I don't know why, even at work I do. Damn, like 4 knocks. Again, this. All right, so chuck. You don't have to use chuck. Chuck is 80-20, 80% lean, 20% fat. You could use round. I like using round for chili and things like that. It's 85-15. Or if you want a really fatty meatball, which some people do, go for 75-15, 73-17, something like that. Yeah, there's pretty much whatever you can find out there. Just get it. All right. So for meatballs, I'm gonna add a little garlic powder. This is just kind of stuff that I have in the house, in the pantry and stuff like that. And garlic powder is different than fresh garlic, you know. This has actually been dried and processed, whereas fresh garlic's fresh. So I kind of want this flavor. I'm gonna do a lot of cracked pepper because I like a lot of cracked pepper in my meaty balls. Salt, as always. We're gonna do a little oregano, as Gordon Ramsay would say. Why, I don't know. A little oregano. And where is that? A little crushed red pep. I like mine a little spicier. And actually, believe it or not, I'm gonna do a touch of honey just for a little bit of sweetness, just to kind of balance out everything that we're doing in here. So a touch of honey. You don't have to add honey if you don't want. It's just more about balance than anything. I'm gonna do a little bit more garlic since we have about 2 pounds of meat here, so you gotta kind of think. And honey and garlic go really well together, you know? So you see it out there all the time. All right, so we got our seasoning in. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add about, I'm thinking 2 eggs here. Just do the whole egg. All right. So we got 2 eggs in. Bada bing. And I just kind of wing these recipes, by the way. I don't know if y'all have noticed by now, but I'm not really a guy for measuring things. So I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate the estimates, you know? All right, so now we got our eggs in. I'm gonna add a little bit of breadcrumb first. You can always add more. We don't want them to be dry, you know, we want them to be nice and fluffy, moist meatballs. So you're not trying to like rip into them when you're biting into the sandwich, you know? You want them to be a nice kind of bite. So we're just kind of drizzle over some breadcrumb, probably about, I mean, how much is in here? 8 ounces, so probably about just under maybe a 1/4 cup to start, give or take. And then we'll kind of go from there. And then I'm gonna add a touch of heavy cream just to kind of keep it moist too. So adds a little fat content as well, along with the egg yolk. So Anything else that I'm missing? No? Alright, so let's get in it. Alright, so I'm gonna get a landing zone for my meaty balls here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook them in this pan. We're gonna sear them off first, real hot. So I'm gonna get this heating up a little bit slowly, and then we're gonna cook them in the marinara. I like cooking my meatballs in the marinara. It keeps them moist and delicious. Was that my cat or was that a kid outside? I think that was a kid outside. Okay. Alright, so now we're just gonna get in here, get in there with your hands, and we're gonna mix it all up. You can make meatballs however you like. This is just a way that I'm kind of doing it, just kind of quick and thrown together a little bit. I do have some fresh parsley that I should probably add in here too, now that I think about it. Now that my hands are all messy and everything. Yeah, I hate this cabinet, dude. It's just like right in my face. I need to be shorter. Alright, so this is actually pretty good. It's a little wet, but that's not a bad thing because that means there's good moisture in there. That's what we're going for. So, I mean, meatballs are basically little meatloafs that you just round into balls, right? Basically the same recipe as a meatloaf. So that's kind of the consistency we're going for. So then you kind of can just form them into balls, you know? Just kind of cup your hands like that, each one, and just roll. And we can kind of make them a little bit bigger because they are going to shrink as you cook them. So nice little meatball there. And then what we can do is we can always cut them in half and put them on the sandwich too. Alright, so let's make our meatballs here. So this is going to make a decent amount of meatballs. I mean, this is 2 pounds of meat. So this will last me a decent while. You can make them whatever size you want. I don't recommend going too big though, because then they'll just be harder to cook and they'll probably dry out before they're done. Yeah, so these are looking good. Smell good. I'm sure they're going to taste good. So if I was in a restaurant, I would cook off a little piece and taste it. Because obviously you're not going to taste raw ground meat unless you want to. I don't condone it, so you didn't hear it here if you do that. Alright. And just try to get the meatballs the same size if you can. They don't have to be perfect. You can always use like an ice cream scooper or whatever if you want to get exactly right. I don't care that much right now, so I'm just looking to get close to the same size, and over the years of doing this I can pretty much do that pretty well. So I'm not saying they're all going to be exactly the same, but they're pretty damn close. So you don't want to handle them too much because then they'll get kind of rubbery. But you do want to handle them enough to where they get nice and kind of homogeneous, if you will. It's a big word. So we're probably going to have, what, 4, 8, 9, probably about 11, 12 meatballs maybe 13 out of 2 pounds. So you're roughly looking at about 3-4 ounces each, if my math is correct. Damn, that's a lot of meatballs, man. Good thing I like meatballs. Alright, boom. Sure, get all that in there. Waste not, want not. Alright. So now we're gonna wash this thing. Apparently state of North Carolina is in a state of emergency for the coronavirus, so that's awesome. Kind of there's like 6 people here that have it or something like that. Some guy flew in from Italy with it into RDU, the airport, and I live right next to the airport, so gotta love it. So just make sure you wash your hands. People, please. It's not that hard. One of the biggest ways to prevent a lot of diseases and viruses is just washing your hands after you go to the bathroom, which I don't understand why you wouldn't in the first place, but hey, I guess people are in a hurry or something, I don't know. But I actually don't have to worry about it. I'm probably one of the safer people because I work in an environment where it's constantly 40 degrees. 40 degrees back in the meat department. So, and then we're constantly cleaning and sanitizing with bleach and all other kinds of shit back there, so I'll probably be the last one to get it in my environment I work in, so I'm not too worried about it. Knock on wood, right? That's real damn wood too. Alright, so these meatballs will probably take roughly, I don't know, 20-30 minutes to cook in the marinara. So put a little oil down, not too much, because there's going to be some fat coming out of the meatballs and stuff like that, which will probably drain. I don't know, we'll see what it looks like. Sometimes that fat just adds good flavor, but a lot of times people don't like extra fat in there. So in the meantime, we can start. God, this kitchen is so small. Cutting our stuff up for the pasta salad. Where we at? 6 viewers, hot damn. Getting Wolfgang Puck over here. Alright, so I'm gonna wash my cucumber. Sexually suggestive vegetable. My cucumber, what's that dude? That like Jamaican guy? Why is there always just random water on the damn floor? What is that from? Dishwasher's leaking, fridge is leaking. What's next, man? Huh? What's next? I think all the money I pay for this place, I can have a fucking no water on the damn floor. I don't know why I put my hand over this. It's kind of a habit. Don't mind me. Alright. So what we're going to do with the cucumber is we're going to kind of peel it, not all the way. So I just got a Y peeler here. This is the best peeler in the world. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. So I'm just going to go one down. So I'm kind of just like leaving sections, kind of like you see the sushi people do. I don't know if you ever go to like Harris Teeter or something, the AFC people. And that's it. I'm gonna cut off the ends, and then we're gonna cut down the middle. I'm sure everybody has cut a cucumber, I would hope. Probably actually not, now that I think about it. And then we're gonna go down the middle again. So cut it in half, cut the halves in half. And I'm gonna go, I wanna go one more time. Now you can take the seeds out, you can leave them in, do whatever you want. I'm gonna leave mine in for this application. If I was doing something else, I'd probably take them out, like for whatever, but there's a lot of nutrition and everything, a lot of flavor in the seeds, so. All right, so now we're just gonna dice kind of small because we're making a pasta salad, so we want it to be bite-sized, right? So you want to be able to kind of get a bite of everything along with the noodles. That's what the tricky thing about pasta salad is. It's always awkward to eat, depending on how you cut things and what pasta you use. All right, so just cut this however size. You could cut it into full size cucumber ring, like circles if you wanted to. Do whatever floats your boat, but I just kind of like these little triangles. They look pretty and they're good to eat. And they kind of get through the salad a little bit easier. All right. Now I have some of these peppers already julienne, so that's gonna make it easier. I'll add good color to the pasta too, along with the pasta itself being colored. Great. All right, so we got our oil heating up here with our meaty balls. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these bad boys in. And just kind of leave a little space in between each one so they can get a nice sear. I don't know if these are all gonna fit. Hopefully they do. They should. The plate's about the same size as this here pan, so. Oh God, I'm crowding the pan. Don't send me home, chef. I'm crowding the pan. I don't care. All right, so there we go. Obviously, if you have a little bit bigger pan, use it, but that's what I got. All right, so this goes in the dishwasher because it had raw meat. Hey, look at that, no water in here now. Who would have thunk it? And then guess what? Wash your hands again. So I probably washed my hands probably 3 or 4 times in the past, like just 10 minutes. It's important, do it. So I'm gonna turn the heat up on that a little bit because I just put a bunch of meatballs in there. Oh, did not have my mise en place ready. Don't send me home, chef. All right, so I got tongs over there. Now we can go back to this while those are searing. Our water's almost at a rolling boil. We can go ahead and get our pasta in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get these a nice little dice down the middle right there. So about the same size as a cucumber, roughly. Give or take a few centimeters. You could add tomato in here. I don't like tomato raw, so I'm not gonna do that, but you could do tomato, you could do squash and zucchini, you could do broccoli, corn. You can do whatever you want, man. It's the beauty of it. Alrighty, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So let's see if we should be still getting a sear. Oh yeah. So that's about what we're looking for right there. Just a quick little sear. Even in a crowded pan, we can still make it happen. So then we're just gonna go and flip them all over and kind of flip them in the order that you put them in, obviously, because that's kind of how it's gonna go, right? So the ones I put in the middle, I put in last. So these are the ones I flip last. All right. So now we're gonna get a sear on the other side. So these are gonna be really, really light. Really, really light meatballs, which is what I like. They're gonna be like kind of like pillows. If you like yours denser, you can make them denser, but add more breadcrumbs or whatever you want to do. I don't like mine super dense. So we're just gonna leave that fat in there and let that cook with it. And then what we're gonna literally do is just dump marinara right over that. And then I got a lid here we're gonna use, and we're just gonna let them cook. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down so the marinara doesn't splatter everywhere. So you can still see they're kind of raw, but they'll eventually end up cooking. They're gonna kind of steam, they're gonna kind of cook, they're gonna kind of do a bunch of different things. All right. Use whatever your favorite brand of marinara. You can make your own if you're feeling froggy. But basically what we want to do is just cover the meatballs, and we're going to save some for the actual sub itself as well. So once that heats up, it's going to kind of like disperse throughout the pan. You can already see that's perfect. All right. So make sure you get them all in there, get them all ooey gooey. And basically let that come back up to temp. And then we're gonna put the cap on her and let her go. All right, this water does not, I guess that's as boiling as we're gonna get on this electric stove. So again, be careful with tomato sauce because it likes to spurt and splatter. So we're gonna add all this pasta, 12 ounces. It's not a full pound of pasta. God, my throat is dry, man. It always gets dry like right when I start cooking streams too. All right, so we can turn that down, lid her on, and just let her roll, man. All right, so now we can get back. So I don't need this cream anymore. I don't need this breadcrumb anymore. I do, however, need some parsley. If anybody watches Letterkenny, you would understand that. Alright, so we got pasta on, meatballs on. Got some vegetables going in our little landing zone bowl here. Now for this onion, I'm gonna kind of cheat. I'm gonna kind of do it this way. So basically what I'm gonna do, instead of doing the normal, cut it in half and do your horizontal cuts and your vertical cuts and then dice, I'm just gonna cut a nice little chunk like that, kind of like just under onion ring width, you know, or just about onion ring width. You don't want too much onion because it will just dominate the salad and that's all you'll taste. So that's not what we want. So basically what I'm gonna do is take these nice little cuts like this, and then I was gonna cut like that, and then we're just gonna dice it like that. So it's kind of cheating, kind of not, but it works. So now we got red onion going in. And red onion going in. So basically what I'm gonna do is cook this pasta and cool it down. I'm not gonna cool it down all the way. It's gonna be like just barely lukewarm, so that way it will kind of soak up that dressing. Shit, I might even put arugula in there. That would be good. Maybe not though. Wouldn't be good tomorrow. It'd all wilt. So never mind. Don't do that. All right. So now we're gonna add a little parsley. My nice little wilted parsley here. I'm just gonna kind of do it on the bunch. Just kind of going around the stems a little bit, you know. Get that minced up nice. Nice little parsley there. Add a little bit of that in there. She'll probably just go ahead and use all that. Okay, so we got parsley, which always goes everywhere. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. All right. We'll come back to that parsley, probably use it on the sub as well as like a finisher. All right, as for the carrots, I buy these little, these are called dip chip carrots. I don't know, I guess. But they're just like crinkle cut carrots, you know. I just like them because they're already cut at like a good width for pasta salad. So you're not trying to cut into a giant ass carrot and You know, it's just annoying to cut carrots. I've cut thousands and thousands of them, so I should know. So what I do is I just get these, you know, they're just basically chips, right? So what I do, I just get a nice little handful of them and just kind of run my knife through them. Sharper the knife, the better for this. But I just kind of run my knife through them like that. So you're gonna get kind of different sizes and shapes and stuff, which is fine, but kind of makes it look good. So you get kind of like some long pieces, some short pieces, some big pieces, some tall pieces. And just add however much carrot you like. You can get fancy and use those rainbow baby carrots if you want. Go crazy. I just got what was on sale. I forgot to talk about that. So how much did I spend today on this stuff? So probably with everything bought, the cheese was buy one get one free. That's why I got Mott's and provolone. So let's do a little bit more carrot here. Marinara was not on sale, but I mean, it was only like $2 anyway for that jar. The pork and the chuck weren't, but they're always that cheap. It's only $6 in meat. For all those meatballs, we only spent $6 on that meat, so it's pretty good. And then what else did I get? The pasta was pretty cheap. Actually, the pasta was on sale, interestingly enough. And then let's see how close we are. Oh God, crow crap. So they're almost there actually, almost. All right, so then we got, so far in the pot, we got red onion, red pepper, cucumber, and carrot, and parsley. Now I'm gonna add, this is shaved parm, just very, very thin slices of shaves. It's delicious. You can just eat it right out of here. Add a little shaved parm in here. Not too much because we still have some in the dressing as well. And then I'm gonna do a little pepper, a little salt, just a little preliminary seasoning as well, and then whatever seasoning we have in the good old Simply vinaigrette here, we'll also use that as well. So now we're just waiting on the pasta, which is almost there. I'm gonna kind of clean up in the meantime here. There's a cat laying right there. What is it? Why? Is it because the oven's on and it's warm? Or you just have to be like all up in my grill all the time? So we're gonna get some foil. Foil the sheet pan. This will be for our sub. I'm probably just gonna make, I guess, one. This is just me. Alright. So we got that. Now we can go ahead and cut our bread, might as well. So this is just a piece of loaf French bread, a baguette, if you will. It costs $2 for this whole thing, and you can easily get 3 sandwiches, 4 sandwiches out of this, you know? So I'm just gonna kind of gauge it. What, about 6 inches? Yeah. Do about a 6-incher here. And you get my bread knife. That knife, I don't have sharp enough to do that anymore. It's usually pretty damn sharp, but just not right now. Where am I gonna put this? This is annoying. This like, oh, okay, there we go. There we go. All right, So hop on over to the ye old knife lounge that I call it. I got a bread knife here. This is actually one that I had in culinary school. You can tell by the green tape. Because that's how we differentiated people's knives in the class, so we didn't take somebody else's. So we're just gonna cut that right down the middle. I'm gonna kind of mush down. Some people rip out. I'm like, that's a waste. Tom, stop streaming. Goodness, man, why are they so antsy this stream? Holy shite. All right, so I'm gonna kind of push it down a little bit. It just kind of creates a little boat for the meaty balls to go in, right? You can rip it out if you want, but I don't want to rip it out. This is good bread, so go ahead and put that on there. Okay. And now we're done with the bread knife. Thank you, sir. This pasta is gonna be done now. Because you kind of want it, you still want it a little al dente, which means to the tooth. So you want it to be a little bit firm, not all mushy and cooked, especially in pasta salad, since you're eating it cold. And it's nice and, oh god, it's nice and flavorful because we actually cooked it in salt, you know, so it's already seasoned. Oh yeah. So we got our pasta there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run it under cold water, which I wouldn't do if I was adding it back to a warm sauce. But since we're not adding it to a warm sauce, it's gonna be cold. It's not that big of a deal. So basically what I'm gonna do is just kind of spray it gently, toss it around, and we're just gonna cool it down to about lukewarm, like I was saying. So that way it can kind of absorb some of that dressing. See how fast the steam goes away. Yeah, there we go. So that's perfect. So I'm gonna let that kind of finish draining off for a minute. Let's check on our balls. Always check your balls. Oh yeah. So you can see they're cooking nice and deliciously in this marinara here. Yeah, so just kind of stir them around, kind of get that marinara. You can see how it's kind of like emulsifying with the fat from the meatballs. It's kind of making its own little sauce. You see how that marinara is kind of creamy looking? We didn't add any cream or anything to this. So that's just it emulsifying with the fat from the pork and the beef, making its own like little kind of sauce as we speak, which is pretty cool. All right, so I'm actually gonna leave this kind of cracked, I guess. That way that marinara can kind of cook now. There we go. All right, so now we can add our pasta. Let's get the last residual water out. Man down and into the bowl. Okay, I'm gonna give this like a little preliminary mix here so it's not so hard to mix once we get the wet stuff in, which is the vinaigrette. So you can already see how pretty it is. Did I drop a noodle? Sure as shit did, bud. Oh god, the battery just hit me in the face. Things are happening. Things are happening. Alright. So I'm gonna give this bread like a little quick preliminary toast. That way it doesn't get super soggy. Once we start adding all the stuff to it, like the Alfredo and the marinara and the meatballs. So we're gonna put it in there for literally like a minute. Because then we're gonna put it back in to melt all the cheese and everything on it. So you can see how pretty this pasta looks already. Like it's just kind of inviting, and it makes you wanna at least ask a question about it, you know? Like, hey, what's in there? You know, that kind of thing. All right. So shake it up. Vinaigrette is vinaigrette, so it's just oil and vinegar, which don't mix, so you have to shake it up so it does. And this is kind of a two-taste thing. You know, add as much of this dressing as you like or don't like. This is a lot of pasta, so we're probably gonna need almost all of this. We'll kind of start there. So that's about 3/4 of it. Because the pasta is gonna soak up a lot of it as well. Because it's still just a touch lukewarm. But the vegetables and the dressing will cool it down, you know, so they're not like, so you're not cooking anything here. It's just, it helps suck up that dressing better, so it doesn't just run off. Since we just ran it under water, we washed off some of the starch, so. Looking good, man. Keep doing a touch more of the cheese. A touch more cheese. Cheese, please. All right, boom. And that's the pasta salad. Beautiful as ever. Let's see how it tastes. Really acidic. I mean, it's just got that natural, like, I'm actually gonna touch more salt, just because that's a me thing. And a little more pepper. But that's it, man. That's the salad, pasta salad. You got parsley, cucumber, carrot, red pepper, red onion, and just rotini and whatever your favorite Italian dressing is, and that's literally it. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna put this on, and we're just gonna pop it in the fridge while we're cooking the rest of the stuff. You were all over it today, huh? You just gotta be in the way. Don't mind my massive pan of mac and cheese in here still from last stream. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull out this bread without trying to burn this kitten here. Yeah, buddy. Perfect. So it's not super toasted, but it's firm enough to where the sauce won't just soggy up the bread, you know? Soggy up. Actually, we're done with this marinara, so I'll just use the marinara that's in the pan. Duh. So I'm gonna, oh God. So we're done with this dressing as well. We might have to add more later. We'll kind of taste it after it sits for a minute, and that'll be our best form of judgment. All right, so kind of get cleaned up here real quick. Just always clean as you go, so that way you're not left with a huge mess at the end after you eat and you're all full and happy. You don't want to come back and clean, so at least I don't. Well, something got her attention, so she's off. God knows. All right, so where we at, Captain? All right, we're just waiting on the meaty balls here, which are looking fine as ever. And they're actually almost done, roughly. So now I'm gonna leave the lid off and kind of let them cook. Kind of let this marinara reduce a little bit as well. Cook some of the water out of it. So these meatballs are pretty much almost done here. It's been about 10 or so minutes, I think. I don't know. I'm not really keeping track, to be honest. To be completely honest. So let's go ahead and get this going here. So I got provolone and I got mozzarella cheese. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a spoon, Gonna grab this garlic Alfredo, and we're gonna put just a little bit, not a whole lot, because we don't want the bread to get soggy. We're kind of just treating this like mayonnaise, you know. And we're just gonna run the Alfredo over the bread. So like I said, it's basically just like mayonnaise, right? Leave that there for now. I'm gonna do actually a touch of cracked black pepper. I just like black pepper, man. You don't have to do this part. This is just me. This is me being me, all right? And then I'm gonna put parm down. So I'm gonna take this parm, break it in half. I like it all to be on the actual sub. This is basically just like a little Subway sub, man. You know what I mean? And then you can just kind of make them throughout the week as you go with the rest of the bread and the meatballs and everything that you have. So these are just kind of like meal prep, I guess you could say. So we'll do 3 pieces of cheese, or 2 pieces of cheese, the provolone on the bread, and then I'll do mozzarella over top of the meaty balls, because mozzarella just melts a lot better and it looks prettier, you know. Ugh. Oh God, there's so much stuff. All right. And I've been doing it all. Yeah. 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 So just give your balls a squeeze here, see where they're at. And yeah, these are pretty much done. Yeah. 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 All right. So let's see. I'm gonna cut this bad boy open here. See where we're at. Let me get one of these steak knives. This is gonna be hot to trot, boy. Let me tell you something. All right. Oh yeah. See how easy that was to cut. Look at that. Fucking perfect meatball, bro. Perfect meatball. Nice and spongy. Nice and custardy in the middle. It's not dried out and disgusting. Not like a hockey puck or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill the heat on this. These cats are wildin', man. Straight wildin'. Alright, so then 1 meaty ball, half. You don't have to cut them in half. I do it just because it makes it a little bit easier to eat, you know? So I'll probably do 2 meatballs on here. Let's get this big badass on here, right here. This bad boy right here, boy. Oh, ha ha ha. If you want to get real fancy, you can stuff these meatballs with mozzarella too, or add cheese to the mix when you're doing it. But I think we got enough cheese on here to the point where we're good. I'm gonna kind of smash them in there so they stay. I'll start melting that cheese and warming up that Alfredo. Right? Yes. We chef. And then we're gonna take, I don't care if I'm mixing, who cares, some of our marinara here. Put right over top. Oh, I've been craving this for, I don't know why. We make meatballs at work for a case, and I think it's because of that. So put some marinara down. You don't want to drown it, but you want enough to where it's delicious. And look at that, I got what? 3, 6, 9, damn girl, fine. I got 11 meatballs left out of that. Just so you're aware. All right, then we got sliced mozz here. Some mozzarella cheese, super melty and delicious. Will start melting immediately once you put it on that hot marinara. get another piece for good health. You know what I mean? Actually, gotta put it on this side to help protect this bread a little bit. And then we'll take our parm, just a little touch of parm. All right, and she goes back in the oven. Just basically until the cheese melts and everything kind of warms back up, because everything's cooked and ready to go. So 400-degree oven. Just let her pop in there, let her toast basically. It's like when you go to Subway and you get your sandwich toasted. That's what we're doing right now. So they have a high power convection oven that does it in like 2 seconds. I do not. Do not have one of those. It is convection actually, now that I think about it. All right. Clean up is a breeze, as always, like it's supposed to be. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Did you just get, yeah, the time change messed me up too, Ava. Don't worry, trust me. I forgot that it's different on the West Coast. Ugh. Clean up, clean up. Everybody do your share. Not enough kids know that song and it shows in this world. Truth, man. Let me come at you with some truth here. Real quick. Maybe that's all the world needs, man. Everybody just needs to learn the cleanup song. And we can stop littering in our oceans and shit. And killing all our animals for no fucking reason. Time doesn't change in here. Oh, okay. Well, fucking A. Was Arizona just not part of the time-space continuum? I get it. Cool. Arizona's hipster as hell. I knew the cleanup song as a child. I learned it at Rainbow Riders. I was the cleanest motherfucker in that daycare. Aurora. Hi. That maintained 6 viewers this whole time. I think that's like the most I've ever had at one point. Rocking out, boys. We're getting there. Can we make it to 7? That's the question. This cat, man. Do you just want to stream? I can just put the camera on your head and let you watch. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. I should get like a collar or something and attach the GoPro to Aurora and just let her go. And just like film it the entire day and just see what she does at home, just and live stream it. I might do that, man, because I have another phone I can use. And just leave it here, and when I go to work or something, and just let her do her thing. I mean, you're probably just sleeping though, you know. You want a meatball? Nope. Do cows eat beef? I mean, cows. Do cats eat beef? They probably would if they had to. Not you though. See, now you got Tom riled up. Tom's usually just like laying down at this point over there on the couch or something, but you got him all riled up because you're over here all riled up. Just over here riling, man. Laying in front of the oven. I swear to God, I cannot believe I haven't tripped over you as many times as I have. Oh! This is gonna be so good, man. I'm craving a meatball sub for like a past week. I don't know why it took me this long. Yeah, Tom doesn't really make an appearance on stream that much, so it's kind of rare. They're both just like they're both just here. I got on this fish the other day. This big old like stuffed trout that you can stuff catnip in. I love that shit. And I've been through it all. They know because every time I'm in here, they might get treats. I'll give you some treats. Just let me put my... I don't want to burn my sandwich, so hold up. Who else is in the chat? I know my dad probably is, since mom is. Ava, Brian, you here? BCat, Graham. People I don't know, maybe. If you're new and you're not following, make sure you press that heart up there. That way you can get notifications of all my deliciousness. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and be my first subscriber. I think it's the same thing. I guess I don't know if you get notifications when I put a new video up or not, but I'm not super familiar with YouTube, so. All right. Where we at though? Oh yeah, so we're super close. So I just want to kind of get a little color on the cheese, but I don't want my bread to be like super crusty, you know. Sometimes I forget this GoPro's on my head, man. Oh, those meatballs are gonna be so good. To cook off some fettuccine tomorrow. You already got spaghetti and meatballs done. You know, that from here you can use this as leftovers in any way you want to. You know what I mean? All right. All right. Oh, as the French would say. All right, so we got mozzarella melted. It's a hot ass piece of bread. Don't do that unless you have chef hands. And we're gonna kind of mush it down. Oh my god, dude. Look at that just oozing out. Just oozing, baby. Just oozing out. I'm not gonna, why am I using my knife? What am I doing? What am I doing? Be smart. Work smarter. Not stupider. So needless to say, it's pretty damn cheesy, huh? Should probably cut this bitch in half. Please don't cut on your plate. Do as I say, not as I do, please. There we go. Tom, what are you yelling at, bud? Is there some like hot female cat out there you see or something? You trying to holla? So yeah, needless to say, some bitch is cheesy. God, look at that. Oh my god. So let's make it fancy, huh? It's just like a smorgasbord of cheese, man. God. Like, I mean, y'all need to like see this happening in front of you. Like, do you see this cheese just oozing out? This is what's called a meatball sub. You know what I mean? None of that basic shit you see in like Subway and stuff. This is it. This is it. You know what I mean? If there's not more cheese than sandwich, you don't have a meatball sub. Dude, these cats are going ape shit right now. Oh my god. Alright. Turn the oven off. Now we'll get our pasta out. Obviously it hasn't chilled like too much, but whatevs. Enough for me because I'm hungry. Just gonna shake it up a little bit. Get everything kind of mixed again. One final mix. Boom. Pretty ass salad, man. Oh god. I guess this just needs to come down here, huh? Sometimes being fancy doesn't work, you know what I mean? Alright, so then let's put as much pasta as you want. Obviously this isn't gonna look the fanciest, but I mean it's gonna taste really good, and that's all that really matters. So in the end, we can carbo load together. Sure, you get some cheese. And that's it, ladies and germs. That is the dish. Hold up, let's do the tradition. Going in the living, or the, oh. So put this back in the fridge. Get some parsley. And just kind of put a little bit on top of the salad just to kind of make it a little bit fresher. Not more, I mean, it looks good, but it also tastes good. Fresh parsley on a pasta salad. Put a little bit on the sandwich if you like. Just do the random ass thing. And boom. Got a meatball stub with like 30,000 extra meatballs. Nice little 6-incher here. And yeah, this is a pretty simple stream, you know. This wasn't one that was gonna be, I don't want to do stuff that's too crazy. For one, I don't want to buy all that stuff, you know. I like to do stuff that people can actually, you know, relate to. You know, I can say my fancy restaurant dishes for a fancy restaurant, you know what I mean? Grab everything here. Are y'all calm down now? God. Alright, peeps. Oh. So I guess what we'll do our standard little pan around here. So there's the dish. Meatball sub, simple, ooey gooey cheesy with Italian pasta salad, man. Super simple. Like it's supposed to be, super quick. Yeah, I mean, I guess quick can be subjective, but hey. And that's the dish. I need to put this back here so you guys can see the food and me, huh? Oh, okay. Or just don't see anything. Does that work? I don't know. God knows, man. I'm a professional cameraman, as you can tell. That probably works. I don't know. Yeah, that works. Okay. So, that's the dish. Simple dish. Man, you guys got like a front row seat to that cheese. But so that's that one. This is like the, I don't even know, 7th or 8th one of these I've done. So we're gonna keep it up. I put all of them on YouTube. So if you do miss it, Ava, you can always go back and watch it. You can actually watch it on Twitch too. All my videos are down below as well. They record them. But yeah, that's it. That's the dish. Meatball sub, Italian pasta salad. Super simple, super cheap, super easy to make. Got a lot of leftovers, as you could tell. I have a whole thing of pasta salad. I have a whole thing of meatballs left and bread and everything. So I'll be eating on this for a week probably. I still got mac and cheese left. So yeah, that's one good thing about doing these streams is I'm definitely eating well. That's for damn sure. But as far as these little monsters go, say hi to Tom for a minute. Let him lay over there majestically, doing his Tom thing. And you're probably wondering what he's staring at. Oh, she's gone. Okay, never mind. Just okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Do it for stream, Tom. Show him what you do. But yeah, so that's it, man. That's the dish. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna eat it. Where we at? An hour? Pretty average. Yeah, it is better live. I agree. And today I think we averaged about 6 viewers, I think, for the most part. So last week I think we averaged like 3. So you can definitely see progression, which is good. You know, we literally doubled our view count. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go eat this. Y'all have a good night. Make sure to keep following along and watching along, and we'll keep this going. But everybody have a good night. Stay safe out there with the Corona and Lyme virus, whatever the hell it is. Since my state's in the state of emergency, I guess I'm sure Virginia's probably not fucking far behind. So mom and dad, be safe. And yeah, have a good night. Y'all probably stream again tomorrow. I get off work at 5 tomorrow, roughly. So I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I meant to buy a ribeye tonight because they were on sale. And I was going to do like a stir-fry-ish kind of thing tomorrow with a ribeye because I've been craving a ribeye as well. But yeah, I forgot to do that. So we'll figure out something tomorrow. We'll see what's on sale tomorrow. But yeah, I'll take it easy. Have a good night. Make sure to keep following all the socials and everything and blah, 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 blah. Stereotypical social media thing I say every time. All right. Have a good night, y'all.